get it, George. Yeah, man, this dude's playing skillless Gohan, man. I'm excited about that. And he's doing it without the draft card that was just announced as well, which I think.
From the Bronx, you know, I gotta.
Well, here's the thing. I said good luck to both of you. And then George said thanks. Good luck to you too. So now I'm biased. You know. Nah, I love Miguel. He's a really cool dude. He buys all my cards.
I love it too. He's selling me all his cards.
He's like, hey man, I really need this this Path of Greatness Goku that's foil. All right, trade me a baby for it when that was foil. And he's like, okay, I'll trade you two. Okay.
I hate George's setup. It stresses me out.
How he's doing the life in the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird. It's giving me mild anxiety as well.
If you're a lefty, just put the life to right.
Yeah, Doc does that actually. Where is? Let's see the rest of these guys how they're doing. Sean is Doc is undefeated going into this one. He's going against Red Broly. I think that's a free matchup for him in my opinion. Sean, nice. He's 2-0. Kevin, 2-0.
Did you check who Sam lost?
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Shoot. What's Eon on right now?
I think Black. I don't know.
Oh, Vegix. He's on Vegix. I love that. I love that play so much. So the skillless players that I've been seeing testing have been playing the Cauliflower 1-drop skillless, and then just tapping the energy for the 4-drop from God, was it set 8? Set 7? It's so good. Taps the energy down and then you can utilize all your plays. So if you do that while you have the Unison that he just had right there, it's so much value. He's already at 4. And he's not awakened as a Green Goku player. That is scary. That is scary. He also is not going to be able to utilize Maidens. Only the Ribrianne and drop, because by turn 3, he's going to have the Unison out. 100%. So it's going to turn off the board. And those on-play autos will not trigger, because they have 0 effects, since that permanent is a thing. This deck also doesn't care if its board is blown up, because it just resummons everything back the next turn. So, I think this is an extremely hard matchup for Miguel. Let's see what he's able to do here on his turn, though. He's going for the swing. Let's see what the burst is. That's unfortunate. Super combo, Bardock Unison, and a counterplay Frieza. Nothing usable. Yeah, I think in this right here, what he has to do is just leave his energy open. He really doesn't have a play. Miguel's in a very bad position. He also can't use Dormant to pop both of those cards. He has to pick the Ox King, because this man is using Ox King, and then do that. Yeah, we knew that was happening, but the thing is, to be honest, because Ox King gives them barrier, he doesn't want that on board the whole time, because anything that says, you need a skillless for, you can't do. They have barrier, which hopefully George has actually recognized playing. I would assume he has, because he's, 2-0, but you never know. Sometimes these things are overlooked.
It's not a hard one to overlook.
What was that?
It's not a hard one to overlook.
Yeah, no. Your opponent though won't see certain things. So like let's say if you had that plus the cauliflower and another cauliflower, if you go into the 6-drop and stack the two, your opponent wouldn't stop and think,
Right.
yeah, it's a skillless, that's fine. But you, knowing that you gave them barrier, you should know I can't do that. Again, not saying George has done that. I'm just saying a lot of people overlook these interactions. Yeah, it definitely looks like he has a handle on this deck. That's really cool. I love seeing this deck in action. Any deck that has that main skill drain at 4, I'm a fan. Okay. So you really didn't get a chance to see how dominating Dredgeku was, right? Yeah.
I have a good idea. I can read powerful cards and put blue.
Yeah. That deck was extremely oppressive, and now with set 11 being a thing, it doesn't even seem like it was the best deck.
Right.
It's crazy. It wasn't power crept. It just everything else got good enough support where it just wasn't able to utilize its game plan as well. That Unison though is one of the best in the game, hands down. You can uptick by 1. You discard 1 card, draw 2. So he's going to use that right now. So the way to get your cards that you need and drop for your other plays is that. Once per turn, you can summon a Meta Cooler token, 15k, 5k combo power. And then you can use a neg 4, where it brings 4 tokens into play.
Probably not really used.
It is surprisingly a lot. Yeah, yeah. It's used on the kill turn. Yeah. The rest of the game, of course, is just an uptick 1 for hand advantage, and then bring out another token for free. Oh man, I don't think Miguel was ready for this deck. People saw this Gohan deck and this leader, and they said, "That's trash."
Okay. It's so I perceive it to be a glass cannon deck.
It has a very glass cannon element to it, but when it goes off, you feel it. You feel it. A lot of people just weren't preparing for it at all because they just wrote it off. I feel like that's a huge mistake. I think you should still prepare for those matchups if you see it. Yep.
It already feels weaker than anyone.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's very explosive on the early turns. On the later turns, it's a lot of setup. So like he's probably gonna try and bring out the Unison, and then go from there. I personally don't even see a need to bring out the Unison against this leader. Honestly, what is he gonna do? The Maiden? That's about it. I feel like I would try to win this turn. That's correct. Yep. There we go. See if he combos anymore. I think he's thinking about it. Unless Miguel's on the combo now. Yeah, it looks like Miguel's is. 30k is strong. Double striker. And his opponent's tapped out. Yep. Draws a card, summons a skill list for free off the leader effect. That was a misplay there. He almost won with lead.
What does the lead do again?
When you combo. It's something when you combo it, and then it also has an effect where you can draw one card and summon a skillless. Oh, it's Higher Dragon. So activate main once per turn, draw one card, then play up to one yellow skillless battle card with an energy cost of 1 from your drop area. Activate battle once per turn when this card is in a battle. If there is a monster card in your combo area, usually Higher Dragon and Gohan, you draw one card. So it's an instant replace. Not much besides that. It's mainly the first effect, which is really, really good.
If that card came out earlier,
Nuts. Yeah, nuts. They also learned from Hercule. Instead of making it an infinite activate battle, they made it a once per turn. Because Hercule, I think, was just crazy strong when it came out. Still, even looking at that leader, I think that leader is crazy strong. It's just it doesn't have cards that do anything. We got like a what was it? World Martial Arts Tournament, Part 2. Oh man.
Yeah.
There's the Nimbus. Does he spaceship here? Or do the maidens? We can obviously see he has dormant, so I don't feel like him being tapped out is dangerous. Okay, Bardock, yep. He's got to ditch a card for that. Oh. Wow. Okay, so that makes it come in rusted. So it's not going to be able to utilize its block effect. Essentially a Crusher Ball. That one I think you know, because you've probably sold that. Yeah, as soon as I realized what he was playing, I think it's favored for the Gohan player, honestly. This is one of the matchups where that Gohan player is going to be like, oh, cool, I'm playing Green Goku. Yeah, that's the thing. Miguel has to combo to 20k on these attacks. Otherwise, every time he's going to use that lead effect. I'm surprised he hasn't seen the Higher Dragon yet, or just hasn't played it. It does have unique, so if he does blow up the board, he has access to bring it out again.
He might have like a very like to the floor deck.
Yeah.
Or like those like not complicated combos, but like the more complex ways.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would assume that he would have played it earlier. He may not have had it in hand, but usually you would swing with this. Of course, try to get the damage through, which he's doing. So that he can't utilize that effect. And if he does utilize the effect, everything else you play for the rest of the turn is golden, because Dredgeku can only blow up once per turn. I'm really surprised Miguel did not use Dormant. Very nice. It is a lot, yeah. Okay, cauliflower. that potentially hurts as well. Because he could have brought that out. He still can, well, if he has another one, but... Yep. He's looking at the cauliflower. I think he might have another in hand. Okay. He's not going for it. There it is. Okay. That's the right play. Not to swing with those first, just in case he does blow up the board. He still has access to this, and then he'll have the mana open up to do the Unison to bring 2 out, and do it again. It's a dual attack, 25k, I believe. He has to dormant. Yeah. He was being greedy, not dormanting the first attack as well. Oh. Well.
I know what that does.
Yeah. It's definitely not. I think the protagonist is being changed this season. That's rough. Here's the thing that's even more rough. He hasn't swung with his leader yet. So if he uses the effect to blow up the board, he's now down to 2 life. And if George has Champa in hand, he has enough combo power to most likely win. Because Miguel just has almost 0 combo power. Yep, alright, he did it. So, does George have Champa, is the question. Let's see how fast he goes to swing with that lead. Interesting, he just pitched it. Alright, so he doesn't have Champa. Yep, okay. So he had the second one. Makes sense. Swung at Unison so he doesn't net him value. Yeah, no. Does that leader also draw an attack? It doesn't. So I don't know why he actually decided to do that then. Unless he was trying to bait out a second dormant, which is also an option. The one that was the 1-drop? Or? Oh, that's a Goku. That's last straw. That's one of my favorite cards. Oh, some Goku. It's from the starter deck, baby. It's the first one that utilized the new style of choose 1 card in your life, and then it gets the attack as a cost instead of like how Kappa's worded. Yeah. Well, you can still choose not to with this. Because everything before the colon is cost. So if you choose not to pay the cost, then it just doesn't happen. Miguel's going first now, so let's see if this can actually be a shift for him, if he's actually able to do something. Because he was just defensive the whole game. There really wasn't anything that he was able to do. everything has like a little bit of a tint to it. Your screen. That's nice. I like that. Gotta get that. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if people see my shit anyway. I think I still have a couple videos out there actually.
Nice.
I almost airdropped them at Truly Urban for the screen because I was wondering. I was wondering if I could.
Did you?
Almost, and then Eon and Eric came up behind me. He was like, "Yo, that's you, bro! Oh, nice! You get it? You got a page? Yes. I make value off of everything I enjoy." By the way, this stream is PG. Yo, these Toppo Loco guys, man. They were hyped for the boy.
Is Teo part of Toppo Loco?
I don't know. He was asking. He was asking for him.
Yeah. He's having a bit of a
I don't see a Topo in this deck, right?
letdown.
I don't see. Yeah, he could play the red-yellow version of this. With the small Kid Coup package and balls. You figure out what you're getting for food?
We narrowed it down. It was like
Cybermen turn 1, okay.
I'm really the pick me place.
That sounds. Anything sounds good to me, honestly. So Miguel's already in a way better position than he was last game. Turn 1, he has Cybermen. He's gonna block and awaken. It's almost like he's playing a different deck this game. Because he was actually able to see that.
Yeah.
See if he gets good mills. No. He really didn't last game, so maybe he can get some this one.
That's a gambler's fallacy.
Yeah. There's always next time.
You're not old anything.
Yeah. Sam does that same sound.
It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any world where you would do anything here. Mm. Yep. Got that super combo on field, he might just take it. Oh, he has Zarbon and Ape. Yeah, no. That's clear. Zarbon Ape. Combo out. Yeah. The Zarbon is nuts. It can summon itself back from the drop, and when it leaves the field via KO or opponent's skill, it makes, or by a skill, I believe, it makes your opponent drop a card from their hand if they have 5 or more cards in hand. It's also a blocker. Yeah, so it's dormant. It's summon that. You have a dormant. You block. You make them lose a card. Pretty good. essentially the card they drew off of their leader swing just doesn't matter.
They got cash flow right now. That needs more cards.
Yeah. He needs a Roshi in the drop. So whether he has to combo it, if he has it in hand, he needs it there so he can start recurring those dormants. I don't think Ribrianne is better here in this instance for him. He has to do the 8. He needs to draw, but he also needs a Unison to be able to use dormant, so it's kind of rough. He has like 0 cards in hand. Oh, he does have Roshi there. Okay, good. I think he's fine passing, to be honest. I don't like him trying to play anything right there. I don't like it. Like, yeah, he could bank on his leader effect, but this deck is going to be able to summon stuff even after that, too. I think Dormant's here. Tossing the Roshi. He didn't do it. And then he would block the next follow-up attack. And then he could just do the same play next turn as well. Yeah, I don't get why he didn't dormant if he kept the energy open.
Yeah. He's, I think, very greedy.
Yeah. Sorry, we'll let him know afterwards.
But he's playing against a greedy deck, so I'm not opposed to it.
Well, if you use the dormant, you can let that one attack go through, right? You can take the 1 life. It's fine. Then, when he swings with the 4-drop, he just uses the Zarbon to block.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
Yeah, yeah. And then on his next turn, he has the Roshi in there because you ditch it with the dormant, you get your dormant right back. I think he's really trying to go for the maiden play next turn, and I don't think that's what's best for him. Thank you. Be very interesting to see his line of play right here. I think it's just going to be using the... Wow, he charged the Roshi. That very, very. I know he has at least 1 Raban Rim draw. Because he charged the other. He focuses way too much on that card in every game that I've played with him with a side, and it usually costs him the game.
It's too late.
It's way too late.
This is a great card for sure.
Absolutely, but you have to see it early. If he didn't see it early, I wouldn't agree with that play there. Now he's doing the ape. The fact that he didn't attack first is also very upsetting, because if he does something to rest anything, that Black Mass Saiyan is going to be attacked. yellow player is 100% in the driver's seat. And I don't even think with that the plays that Miguel is doing, he's not playing to survive right now.
I don't think he's on the same game.
Yeah, I think he's playing with a different line of play in his head than what is actually on the board. It's really weird. Yeah, see, in there, it's popped right away, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's Mel's Miguel right now. He's piloting Green Goku. It's just very, very unfortunate. I feel like he's doing a lot of lines of play in his head that just haven't hit the board or potentials, and it's messing up his playstyle. Because last turn he was supposed to do that right there, while he had a Zarbon on field, so that he could block the next incoming attack, rip a card from his opponent's hand, and then he would have a Roshi in the drop to reoccur the dormant. He charged his Roshi, so now he doesn't have that. I don't think he felt comfortable enough with swap. If you're asking about Gotenks swap, the yellow, it's not competable right now. Like it's a very 2.5 tier deck, and everything here is like tier 1.5 and above. Zedless 6, I think that's Genesis. Yeah, this is very one-sided. That's wild. Like, I know you haven't been as active, but it's so wild that Green Goku has a matchup where it's been so one-sided because it's usually the other way around.
I mean, the Gohan deck seems like an outlier deck, right? Like, it's like a surprise.
It is. It is, 100%. It's basically what Kidku was before. Just very consistent, and exactly that. God, he has a hand. Yeah, this is scary. Miguel is tapped out. No, that's Genesis. He said, mistaken, I'm a mystery. That's a Genesis answer if I ever saw one. Ooh, Unison. 100% the correct play. Miguel cannot go into his maiden transformation. He does not get effects off of that. He can't go into the Super 17. He gets 0 effects off of it. That 5-drop is essentially sealing the deal right now. There's nothing that Miguel can do aside from attack into it. And if he doesn't have Meta Cooler, like pay 4, bring out mad tokens, attack, there's no way he's killing it. Very unfortunate for Miguel right now. Tap 4.
I also don't have Miguel straight up losing this game.
I do, to be honest, because I know what this deck does, and I know what his deck, what he's been. So his lines of play have been very much loading up on the maiden transformation, and now he just doesn't have that access now. Was that a 6-drop? Is that a 6-drop? I thought that was a 5-drop. Let me look that one up. Anniversary one's 5-drop. That is a 6-drop. So that one is able to attack. Okay. So he taps out for it. And it's going to be able to kill the Unison with the leader effect as well. So it's not terrible, but it puts him a turn behind. The more energy you allow Yellow Skillless to utilize, the more they can do.
And the real part is they usually can't get that far.
Yeah. So that essentially turned his turn off. Yeah. It is a 6-drop. I was thinking of the anniversary one, which is the 5-drop, and that one ignores energy exhaust or something like that. There's the cooler. Yeah, I feel like he almost has to do the life break here. He's not going to be able to out-combo it, for sure. Either way, he's going down to... I think he's going down to 1 here.
You should.
Yeah.
Very, very hot, you know?
I think he's just debating on, am I going to use leader effect? It's going to bring me down to 1 because I can't out-combo this attack. He can only match the attack, which is unfortunate for Miguel. I got you. I'll sit on in a minute.
Sit.
Yeah. I'll roll on it. Yeah, at this point, I think... Yeah, I think Miguel just gave up. Yep, that's exactly what just happened. Yep.
Tough game plan period.
Yeah, it is really, really tough.